Namaste from Dhananjaya Kumar and welcome to this video episode dealing with and dedicated to intelligent children and wisdom teachers. If you have seen some other videos in this series, you may have noticed that we have emphasized the art and value of storytelling to children. Because in children's stories, fairy tales, some unimaginable things happen. Some things that you don't see happening in your lifetime, in your environment. You don't know those people who appear in such stories. So, also, the art of storytelling. One simple way is simply tell the story that there is this character who does this and says this and runs into trouble and he goes away and then he is changed with knowledge he earns in his journey and he comes back and tries to do something good for his community and his environment. Okay, this is the typical storyline and many wonderful things happen. Some fairy tale appears and the magic happens and something totally extraordinary happens. Fish becomes a bird and the bird becomes a fish and the fish is crawling up the tree. Lots of things happen. But one important thing I would like to emphasize in these stories is regardless of the event, regardless of the character, how to engage children in your storytelling. That is, don't tell the whole story. Tell in small pieces. I ask children to identify with the character. That why did he do this? What was he thinking? And if you were that person, what would you have done? So 3 or more questions at every step. Something good happens. Don't just leave. Something good happens and move on. This thing wonderful happened. Why do you think it happened? What caused it? And if you were there when wonderful thing happened, how would you react? Or suppose something bad happens. Why do you think it happened? If you were that person to whom this bad thing happened, how would you handle it? Or would you do what this person did in that story? So getting children engaged with the story, they identify with the character and they feel the event that is happening. They actually begin to experience it. So that is in part of the storytelling. Now, teachers should also encourage kids to write stories without judging. If they write a story and show it to you, don't say that this is a good or bad story. Just say this is a wonderful story. How did you imagine this? This is wonderful imagination. Write one more. So I'll give you a couple of examples of kids in my class have written a number of stories. One story is about a caterpillar who is jumping from one star to another star in a newly born baby galaxy. So the stars are forming, they are all scattered but they are far apart and he is finding it hard to jump from one star to the other. And then he sees an owl flying in the galaxy and the owl tries to help this caterpillar to reach all the other stars or the expanse of the galaxy. They both are collaborating, sharing their ideas, and the owl begins to cry because owl said, "I'm sorry, I want to help you to explore the universe, but I'm helpless. The caterpillar is saying, yes, but you can fly. I cannot fly, so you can see far more than I can. I can only jump, but I'm tired of jumping, but I still want to know. So there are tears flowing from the owl's eye, and each tear becomes a solid star nearby, and the caterpillar is able to jump and continue his journey. So we made a 3D animation film, 4 minutes, which is available on this YouTube channel. You can see it. And it has already won 2 international short feature films by children award. There is another one recently one of my students wrote. The story of 2 water drops. That there is a thunder and cloud and it starts raining, and from the cloud, before reaching the ground, the 2 drops are falling nearby and they hold each other's hand and they become friends in that short journey. And then there is a huge wind separates them, and one of the drops falls in a lake and the other drop falls in the river. So the one in the river goes and meets in the ocean, and the one in the lake stays there. So they are separated and they are in pain. That I lost my friend, I hope I can meet him one more time. And then time passes, the humidity and temperature increases, and the water of the ocean evaporates and becomes cloud again. And same thing happens to the water level on the lake. It also evaporates and merges with the same cloud. And there these 2 drops again meet and say, well, let's hold our hands tight so we don't get separated. Either we both fall in the lake or we both fall in the river. So I said, that is a wonderful story of friendship among aspects of nature, natural phenomenon humanized. So these kind of stories written by students can be wonderful to tell other students. So I am trying to encourage children around the world to write stories and send it to me, so that we can publish a book, stories of children, by children and for children. That would be a wonderful book I dream of publishing, and making more short animation films on stories written by children. So this is a wonderful journey. I have learned a lot from children, much more than I have learned by reading books. And I encourage other wisdom teachers to share the same experience, to go through the same experience and see how good you feel. Thank you for listening, and we'll come back again soon.